Man, this guy was a playboy. The Theory of Everything, released in 2014, and is directed by James Marsh, who really up to this point was really mostly known for Man on a Wire. It was that documentary about that tightrope walker that walked across from one tower of the World Trade Centers to the other. Because, you know, like you do. And this film stars Eddie Redmayne, Felicity Jones, and Charlie Cox. Actually something very important to keep in mind when going in to see this movie. This movie is about the relationship between these two people. When I first sat down to watch this movie, I thought we were going to get a little bit more of an autobiographical of Stephen Hawking and the processes that he has when he was talking about black holes, space-time, and all of that fun sciencey stuff. If this is going to be your first time watching it and you're going in to look for those aspects, you're probably going to be disappointed. Because yes, this film does dive in a little bit to the theories and to the books that he'd written over his career, but the main plot and the main story of this movie is solely on his relationship with his wife. Which makes sense because this movie is not based on his works. This is based on an autobiographical book by Jane Wilde called Traveling to Infinity, My Life with Stephen. One little thing that I loved how Felicity Jones pronounced Stephen in the movie was Stephen, 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 Stephen the children. Felicity Jones just has probably the most proper British accent that I can think of nowadays in film. Stephen Hawking! But I'm absolutely in love with Felicity Jones in this film. The journey and the arc that Jane goes on in this movie, I couldn't even imagine going through in my real life. Imagining being so in love with this person and then finding out that, yes, they have this uncurable disease that is going to make them immobile, and technology at this time really has nothing to help with the lifestyle of someone with that disease. So when she makes the conscious decision to stay with this person because she loves him, starts a family with him, they have kids together, she is controlling the entire household because she has to. I couldn't even imagine. That is a very brave thing that she did, and she needs to be commended for it. And this is one of those Oscar baity type movies where it comes out and you go, okay, yes, this is getting all the nominations, Best Picture, Actress, Actor, it's getting everything. Which it did. It was nominated for Best Picture that year, was also nominated for Best Actress in Felicity Jones, and it actually won Best Actor for Eddie Redmayne, which I remember that year just hoping and praying that it would be Michael Keaton finally getting that statue because he is so cool. Plus, he did a hell of a job in Birdman. That movie is fantastic. But if you're looking for the actual performances that were nominated that year, it had to go to Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne is already one of those quirky actors working today. He's so nuanced and he's so intelligent with every role that he picks up. Jupiter Ascending aside.
Yes, I won the Oscar, and I can basically do anything I want in films now, even doing this raspy voice that makes no sense.
So to see this intelligent actor pick up a role of such a brilliant mind, probably the most brilliant mind that my generation is ever going to live through, and to see him put himself through all the physical transformation that Stephen Hawking went through, it's impressive. It is so impressive, and it's done tastefully too. At no point do you feel like, oh, he's kind of making fun of Stephen Hawking. No, I actually believe that Eddie Redmayne had ALS in this movie, which actually up until I viewed this movie, I did not know that was the disease that Stephen Hawking suffered from. It's amazing that this brilliant mind is just trapped inside of this body and he has no way of communicating or projecting himself outside of his body. That is until technology came around and started helping things out with him. But if I'm going to recommend this movie at all, it's over the chemistry between Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's so delightful. You can tell these two people, they love each other and they want to stay with each other. But through the given circumstances and then many years of being together, you can tell that they just naturally drift apart. And the way that this movie tells it, it's a mutual dumping. Doing a little research, I guess that's not exactly what happened, but this movie is an adaptation. It is not a live account, so I give it a pass. But that actually leads me to probably my favorite part of this movie, is where Stephen Hawking is realizing that he needs to tell his wife that he is going to be going to America with his caretaker and not his wife because he wants to be with his caretaker. And you see this all the time in romantic comedies where one of the two people have a thought in their head but you can't see anything, and then out of nowhere they go into the next room and say, I need to leave you. I need to spread my wings. But what a unique choice here. Stephen Hawking is in his chair with his computer computer that is now able to speak for him, and you actually see him put the words on the screen before he hits the send button for it to speak out. And you see Eddie Redmayne, you see Stephen Hawking pausing and just dreading hitting that button. I just think that's a cool twist on something that's really played out when it comes to romantic comedies or romantic dramas. Just seeing the words written down and just dreading pressing the send button. I guess it's a very 21st century type problem to have, but the way that they both play it off, it is so heartbreaking. It's done through understanding, and I love that. Guys, their chemistry, it's wonderful. I can't recommend this movie enough just on that alone. If I'm gonna ding this movie at all, it's over. Really, I wanted more of the sciencey stuff, because I don't know any of that stuff, and that intrigues me. And you just get a little taste here. You got Professor Lupin from Harry Potter, who is mentoring and guiding him into his field of study. Stephen, you haven't elected a theory yet. What do you elect? No. That was awful. Worst David Thewlis impersonation out there. And Charlie Cox shows up in a supporting role. He plays the choir director that Jane starts having a fonding for. He becomes Stephen's caretaker for a little bit, but then the family starts talking. And I think his performance is very genuine. It's very sweet. Sweet is like the perfect word to describe Charlie Cox in this movie. Guys, this movie is great. It is your standard Oscar Beatty type movie, but it has a nice basic story of these two people falling in love and trying to live out their lives with each other, encompassed by extreme circumstances. But I would definitely recommend checking it out. I'm gonna give The Theory of Everything 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part in my videos, where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next. The next movie comes as a recommendation from one of my subscribers, one of the only people that talks to me on Twitter, the Owl Reviewer. You just recently recommended The Fantastic Mr. Fox, because Thanksgiving was coming up and you were asking me if I had any traditional movies that I watch around the holidays, and I've actually never seen this one before. Apparently it's a big Thanksgiving movie. I haven't heard anything but great things about this movie, so I am very excited to check it out. Thank you, Owl Reviewer, for the recommendation. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, please leave your comment below this video, or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter. Leave your recommendation there, and if I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout out on the channel. So guys, have you seen The Theory of Everything? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before, and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And if you like what you saw here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button. It helps me out with growing this channel. And if you have friends, if you have family members that love hearing people talk about movies, gush on movies, and bash on movies, then send them over my way and have them hit the subscribe button. And remember, if we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will reward everyone by torturing myself and watching Arachnophobia, which is a movie that I've never wanted to see again since I was a child because it has a bunch of killer spiders in it. And that's scary as shit. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of The Fantastic Mr. Fox. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.